me tell you about a friend. It's Craig LeBlanc where the good times never end. Talking Parks and Rec, it's a show you gotta know. Welcome one and all to the Daily Parks and Rec Show. It's the Daily Parks and Rec Show.
There's so much knowledge and wisdom that is being deployed every day in our park system. The people of Parks and Rec really have a high degree of mastery in what they do, and facilities maintenance is no different. And there really is so much that they do. It's such a broad topic. It's not just, cutting grass and keeping gas in the lawnmowers and maybe changing the blades. I mean, there is so much more for maintaining these park systems. Welcome to the Daily Parks and Recreation Show. Today, we're bringing you the future of facility maintenance, from smart cities and IoT technology to robotic lawnmowers that take the grunt work out of park care. We'll dive into how these innovations are saving time, money, and resources, all while making our parks more sustainable. Get ready to learn how smart technology is changing the game in park management and keeping our communities thriving. Let's jump in. All right, Craig LeBlanc here with the Daily Parks and Rec Show, Facilities Maintenance Edition, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, where we talk all things facilities maintenance, how to maintain your facility when it comes to parks and recreation. This is where we're highlighting the master craftsmen that have spent decades in their part of maintaining park facilities, whether it's urban forestry or pool maintenance or equipment maintenance or lawn care, field striping, robotics, you name it. We are going to bring the nation's best and most experienced and give them a stage to share with us everything they've learned in a career of maintaining their park system. And as I've started to find out, again, I have not spent a ton of time in park maintenance, and I was requested to give this community of park maintenance professionals a stage, a platform to have a voice. And so that's what we're doing here. We are giving them a stage and a platform. We will go find them either through referrals, references given to us through our leadership team of directors and assistant directors that have already come on our flagship leadership series show. They are more than happy to highlight their careers and give a great thanks and a platform for their many of their superintendents that have spent decades managing these facilities. And these guys have such depth of knowledge when it comes to their field, and it's quite a lot. Just after the brief few weeks I've been at this part of the Daily Parks and Rec Show on the facilities maintenance side, I've realized I've kind of opened up Pandora's box, and there's just so much knowledge and wisdom that is being deployed every day in our park systems. From the systems they use. I've obviously, I remember when I first got into Bitcoin, and I started hearing guys talk about it. I'm like, what language are you guys speaking? From hardware wallets, software wallets, exchanges. I didn't have the vocabulary to even speak with these people. And something very similar is happening to me in facilities maintenance. I had a great chat with Joseph earlier this week, who's also coming on next week as we kind of build out this first month of shows, really kind of getting all our ducks in a row. But man, after chatting with Joseph for an hour, you'll see if you go watch the episode, it was a lot of me asking, wait, what does that term mean? What does this term mean? Back up. What did you say? And I'm really just trying to understand the language of park and rec maintenance. And he's one of the regional managers at City of Dallas. So we'll have him on. I also had a great conversation. Well, I'm going to save this for the end of the show. I'll talk about Brian Dixon and what we got cooking up. He's also going to come on. He's a maintenance professional over in Henry County, Georgia. This show is starting to stack up. I'm seeing the future dates roll in. We really had to get a lot of the back end stuff built accomplished all that. Great job. Just only took us 2 weeks. This is our 3rd week of really reaching out to all the people. We have a full-time networker. So if Sherry reaches out to you, um, that she's working on behalf of the Daily Parks and Rec show, and this week she's been focused on filling up this show, the facilities maintenance, and she's getting a huge and overwhelming response. So just like we have a regular guest, great content, great professionals on the leadership series, you're going to see a lot of amazing people, and I've already started talking to a lot. Just to let y'all know how it goes, typically you'll get reached out to on LinkedIn by us asking you to come on to the show. Then you'll schedule a 1 hour, roughly 30 to 45-minute call with me where we try to dig into your career. Why'd you get into Parks and Rec? Well, how'd you get into park maintenance? What have you learned over the years? Is there anything that you can share with the community that you feel like whether it's you've attained some certification or a license, and where did you start? What did you learn over these couple of decades? What can you share with the community, kind of stuff? And then we just kind of put together a good little show, and then we send you another link where you schedule your date and time to come on to the show. So that's kind of how it works. And this system's just been working great. I think we have show guests till the end of time because this is such a talented community that just has very gifted people that just have a powerful story to tell and have a lot to share as far as what they've learned. The people of Parks and Rec really have a high degree of mastery in what they do, and facilities maintenance is no different. And there really is so much that they do. It's such a broad topic. It's not just cutting grass and keeping gas in the lawnmowers and maybe changing the blades. I mean, there is so much more from maintaining these park systems. So really excited to dig into that. I don't think I've ever been more excited about a piece of the show because hats off to the directors. Y'all were right. This is a great group of people. They really don't get really any stage to share what they do. And I think now that we've given this is going to be embraced by the whole community. I can already see it. So appreciate all the advice and suggestions from the directors across America in the Daily Parks and Rec show on the direction we should take the show and what kind of content we should make. I think this is going to be a huge home run. We've got a whole new stream of logos coming out for each show. So every show is going to have its logo, just like this one here. We've already got a refresher on this one. This one, it's kind of tiny, the letters and stuff. So Chris and Catlin are in the back, just kind of blowing them up to where they're more legible and stuff. But I like these. I like the way it's going. They're getting, we're just getting, and that's how you do in life. You just start and then you just incrementally get a little bit better with a tight feedback loop from your audience. So, launch when you're kind of embarrassed and you think it's a terrible thing, and then have your audience say, what can we do to improve it? And this is exactly the model that I've used in life and other businesses. And that's what we're doing for the Daily Parks and Rec show. Now, our parent company is DRS Media Co. That just stands for Daily Parks and Rec show. And then we just add Media Co. So that's a formal LLC that we got. It's a media organization officially. Yay. And this week you may have heard that we hired an additional video editor. Shout out to Trixie. She also has some social media management experience, but really appreciate Kathleen being the first one to jump on there. Just huge shout out, love and support to Kathleen. She's a tremendous asset to the team and has been working tirelessly since the beginning, I think since December. Sherry also jumped on around that time. She has been helping me network to everyone on LinkedIn. And then we brought Chris on not too long ago. He won many of our competitions, our editing competitions, and created a lot of these short videos that y'all are seeing. And so he's been hard at work for a few months now. And Trixie was also one of the gifted artist that has been competing in some of our online contests to help create some of this content. And today is her first day. So welcome to the team, Trixie. Welcome to the daily Parks and Rec show team, helping us create all this great content for Parks and Rec, facilities maintenance, YPN, Financial Fridays, and yes, our latest show, which is starting next Thursday. Shout out to Aaron Locke, my co-host. Youth Sports Mastery. I just sent him like 7 logos to look at and see which ones he liked so we can feed back to the design team. So a lot of cool stuff coming out while we build this media company. Think of this as the ESPN of sports. This is kind of like the ESPN of Parks and Recreation. This is your media company. We're going to create great programming, and we're just going to do the behind the scenes and just make the stage a digital stage where you can express all the values that Parks and Rec has across America, share all the wisdom that many of you towards the end of your career have gained with the people that are taking their place, give a voice to the new people in our Friday show, YPN, give a voice to our maintenance professionals, and give a voice to our coaches in the Youth Sports Mastery, the coaches, the athletes, and just the people running our youth sports programs. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of other shows. This is just where we're at now. This is what we would call the phase 2. So phase 1 was like the first 100 episodes. It was just kind of launch it, figure it out, get people on there. Let's get some feedback. Let's see what we can build and what the community would like. That's kind of phase 1. Did a great job on that. Phase 1 accomplished way more than I ever thought it would. Now we're on phase 2, where we're really, becoming who the Parks and Rec community wants to see us become. We're creating all the shows. We're getting a lot of volunteer help, and we're seeing what else the community would like us to be, and what kind of shows they would like to, contribute to and tune into. So that's kind of our phase 2. I think it's going to go from like the 100th show to like the 300th show, maybe the 400th show. We'll see. And then who knows what phase 3 is going to look like. That's going to be, we're going to learn a lot in this phase. I can tell you I'm learning a ton, especially on the software and the back end and the creative side. Working with these digital artists has just been a blessing. I've never worked with this caliber of content creators, social media managers in my life. And so I'm just electrician by trade. That's all I ever am. I think that's just going to be my title, aside from being the doorman, introducing people to great opportunities. But this has been a great shifting gears from engineering, manufacturing, selling LED lights, and investing. And of course, everybody knows about my stay in Bitcoin for a while. Still hot and heavy on that. If you haven't gotten into Bitcoin yet, you're missing out. Get in, stay in. It's the life raft that we all need to get on. So I have a show on at 9 p.m. I try to do it every day at 9 p.m. Live show just about Bitcoin. And I appreciate a lot of the love and support I've gotten from the Parks and Rec community with that. We've actually had several new Bitcoiners come from the Parks and Rec community due to our efforts. So, all right. So we did actually, I just found out we had our guest for the leadership series had to push back. They had some bad weather, loss of electricity, stuff like that happens. So we don't have a leadership series, but I think I'm just going to come back just for the habit like this of pressing play, pressing record, even if I don't have, just to talk to you guys, and me personally form the habit of pressing play for, I'm in Central, so 9:30 Central, 11 for the leadership series, but we always go at Eastern time. So I will see y'all here in a few minutes to just chat with y'all again. And thank you guys for all this. Oh, I forgot to tell you about Brian's thing. So talk with Brian Dixon. He is over there in Henry County. He gets his boss on the phone, Executive Director Jonathan Penn. And I thought we were just going to interview some just plain old interview about Brian, on how he's going to share about all his mastery around park maintenance. This is what he's super passionate about. And I was really excited about get him as just a guest on the facilities maintenance show. lo and behold, he brings his executive director, and I tell them what we're doing, pretty much everything I just explained in this episode here. And he was like, I knew it. We should have started that podcast. We did that one podcast. We loved it. It was a blast. And that was so many years ago. And we just got so busy. And when he says he was talking about, I'm not sure the number, but it was like 5 or 6, his entire staff that ran the entire county, and a really solid group of people from what I hear by reputation. And they wanted to start a podcast to share with America how they run their county. And it's an exceptionally run county. And I said, well, hey, I will do all the back end. We've got all the editors. We'll host the platform. We'll do it all. Why don't y'all do a quarterly podcast? And it'll be a panel of, I'm not sure how many, but 5 or 6 online, where you get to see how an entire county works start to finish and all the leaderships. And we can just basically come in every quarter and just, pull the curtain back on, this is how your county governments are run. And Parks and Rec and maintenance is a part of that. And so really excited about that. The show just kind of materialized right there on the phone call. And so we're putting that together, and I just thought that would just be a great idea and something I would find interesting. If I find it interesting, hopefully you guys will as well. And of course, Brian and Jonathan were very excited to give it a shot, and they love. So we're all happy to present that. Look for that to come out in the next few weeks. Of course, Brian's going to come on the maintenance show anyway. In addition to just share with us everything he's learned about facilities maintenance. Jonathan's going to come on the leadership series, just because, he's an executive director leading his community for quite some time. So that's coming down the pipeline. And then we've at least, I think, kind of committed to a quarterly show about what it's like to run a whole county and all the leaders that do that. And we'll have a panel. So I think that's going to be fun. If it's a train wreck, well, at least we all get to witness the terror together. So anyway, no, it's going to be good. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for y'all today on facilities maintenance. I have an exciting week planned next week, coming up on the weekend. And don't forget, tomorrow we have YPN. We do have a guest coming on for the Young Professionals Network. It's one of our more exciting shows, just because we've got the youngest among us in that show, and they just have so much life and energy. And I love the energy they bring to really any environment. I like young people, how they just, they're like a fresh breath of air, something like that. So, all right, guys, I'll see y'all here in a minute. Y'all have a great morning. Love you. Bye. The future of parks and recreation is here, and it starts with you. Welcome back to the Daily Parks and Recreation Show, where we bring you the latest insights, trends, and conversations shaping the world of parks and recreation. Today, we're diving into something that's shaping the future of our industry, Young Professional Networks, or YPN. If you love your job and love the parks and recreation community and are looking to connect with the next generation of leaders, this episode is for you. YPN is where driven, passionate professionals come together to connect, grow, and make a real impact. It's not just about networking, it's about building the future of our communities. Why join YPN? Career growth and mentorship. Learn from the best in the industry. Innovative ideas and collaboration. Be part of the next big movement. Leadership development. Take charge, make decisions, and create change. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your career to the next level, YPN is your gateway to success. From exclusive networking opportunities to cutting-edge industry insights, this is where you build your legacy. Because the future of parks and recreation starts with you.